Right guys, okay, lesson 2. Okay, lesson 2 extension. So we're going to open Finder. In Finder, we're going to have our class share. Yeah, so you will have a folder here called class share. And in there, you will have a file called lesson2extension.zip. Yeah, and you're going to double click on that. Then it's going to open in your downloads folder. So in your downloads folder, you'll have a folder called lesson2extension. You might have some other files here, but you will have this as well. Yeah. Now we need to move this to our folder. So this iMac, yours will say not 99, yours will say your computer number. We're going to right click, open in new tab, okay? And then we get it up here. And there might be some other folders here of other students, but you're interested in your folder here. And you're going to double click to open it. You will have your portfolio of work. You might have other files. You don't need those other files. We just need this one, yeah? So we'll have downloads, and then we'll have your folder. So in downloads, you're going to drag this folder and you're going to drop it into your folder, okay? Out of downloads and into your folder. Then we can click this little arrow here. We can click this little arrow here. And we can see that we've got lots of files in here. Now what I don't want, guys, I don't want you to be working on a screen like this. You've got a beautiful big monitor. If you need to resize the application, please resize the application so that we can see everything more clearly, okay? You've got beautiful big monitors. Let's use all of it, okay? Right, so we are going to make a folder structure that looks like this. Okay, so inside here, before, we're going to have a folder called after. So I'm going to right click, new folder, after, okay? Then inside here, so double click, yeah? So now we are inside this after folder. We're going to have another folder called audio visual. Okay, and then we're going to have a folder called backups. You will need to type all of these. I'm just being a little bit lazy. Documents. Now, inside documents, we're going to have two other folders. So here, double click to go inside and then new folder. And again, old files, new folder. Yeah. Now, if we go back, we can see that inside documents, we've got two subfolders. Yeah. And these subfolders are empty at the moment. So next we want images. And again, inside here, we want three subfolders. So new folder, desktop wallpaper, new folder, holiday pictures. You will need to type out all of these. Wait. Memes. Okay, and then going back, and again we can check. Okay, and there they are. And then spreadsheets. Budgets. Now this goes inside, so again, budgets, other, goes inside here. And the last one, work presentations. Okay, so we've got our folders created. Now we need to move those files from the before folder into these new folders. So I'm going to go here to downloads. I'm going to go to my folder and I'm going to go to before. Okay, so now I've got something that says before and I've got something that says after. Yeah. Now these are wallpapers. Let me sort this by name. Okay, so I'm just going to click on name and then I get this one at the top. Now this is a meme. So I'm going to drag it here. And then it goes here. And then I'm going to drag it into memes. Okay, and now if we expand that, we can see that this file is in this folder. This, we can expand this kind. Yeah, so we can see this now. Yeah, so we can drag this over, and then this kind, we can make this wider so that we can see all of this information. And what I might do, I might sort by kind. That's a bit easier. So I've got all of these images. So I'm going to select all of these images just by clicking on one, holding down Shift, and then pressing the up arrow. And I'm going to move all of those into after. Now this one, I can see this is a meme, so this goes in here. This one is also a meme. This is a meme. This one says meme, so it will be meme, meme, meme. Okay, so these three I can select, move those into there. This one says wallpaper, so that's going to be a wallpaper. And this one says meme, so that's going to be a meme. Yeah, and I can keep doing this. Excel, so these are spreadsheets. So I can move those over. I can close that for a minute. So this is a spreadsheet. It's not a budget because it doesn't say budget. This is a budget. So this goes into my budget folder. This goes into my other folder. And this into other. Oh, I've got one missing here. This is a brick wall. A teacher giving instructions to their class. So this goes into memes, yeah? Right, I've got these Word documents. I'm going to move all of those over. So, documents, so these will go inside here. So they're either bank statements or old files, yeah? So these are not bank statements. So these will just go into old files. And this is also not a bank statement. It doesn't say bank statement. So that will go into there. These Perl scripts, I know that these are code. So I'm going to take all of those and I'm going to move those into the code folder. Okay, so far so good. These are all wallpapers. I've got my preview here. If you don't see this preview, you can turn it on. Here, view, and it will show. It will say show preview. Yeah. So I can take all of those. I can drop them here, and then I can select them, and I can move them all. If I hover over this, it will expand, and I can drop those into desktop wallpaper. This one as well. I hover over this, and that goes into desktop wallpaper. Okay, so these are all my holiday photos. Now, if I want to, I can go here. I can open holiday pictures. So it says holiday pictures here, and I can just drop those straight into holiday pictures. So let me just take all of these and put all of these over here into after. Okay, then I can sort them out here. So PPT, again, let me resize this. PPT is a PowerPoint, so that's a presentation. So that's going to go into my presentation folder. This is a meme, so it's going to go into my meme. This is a dummy statement. Okay, so that's a document, so that goes into my bank statements. This is a presentation, so it's going to go into presentation. This is audio and visual, so it's going to go up here. We can see that it says movie, yeah, so that's a visual. This PY is code, so that goes into there. MP3 audio goes into my audio folder. MP4 goes into my audio visual folder. This is a meme, goes into this folder. MP3 audio into my audio visual folder. Slides goes into my work presentation. Persuasive writing, also a presentation. PY, this is a Python script. This goes into code. Backup.zip goes into my backup folder. My bank statement goes into my bank statement folder. And I can close all of these. Okay, and I see I've got one presentation left. So that needs to go into here. There we go. Okay, and we're left with something like this. We've got all of these files now in these folders nicely organized. Yeah? And I can just expand them so that I can see what's inside them. There we go. Yeah, and we are almost finished. What I want to do next, I want to press Shift, Command, and 4, and I want to take a screenshot of all of this. Okay, so I've taken a screenshot of this bit. Then I need to go down, and I'm going to do that again. Shift, Command, 4. Take a screenshot of the next bit. And again, one last time, just so that I get all of these. Yeah, just so that I can show that they're all in there. Okay, so those screenshots will go into here. Yep, so here we are. Again, if you don't see the preview, just turn it on. View, show preview. Yep, so I've got these three here. And these three files I want to put into my portfolio. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to open my portfolio. My portfolio over here. Let me delete that. Let me delete that. You won't have this yet. Okay, so under here, yeah. So under this Save the Earth, screenshots. Again, you will have a screenshots folder, and it will say today, so it's quite clear which ones. And these you can just drag and drop. Okay, and it will go at the bottom of the page. There you go. But that's nice. Okay, so we've got Save the Earth, and then we've got some evidence that we've created the folders and we've moved files into those folders. There we go. Right, guys. Okay, well, have fun with that, and I will see you next time for lesson 3, when we will make something about dolphins. Bye for now.